Deutschland hatte Hitler und die Philippinen haben Rodrigo Duterte.
Are the lives of the people have been changed under the administration of President Duterte? The answer is no. Nothing has changed.
The important thing is they feed themselves, they feed their families.
So, if you have the money in the Philippines, you know, we have a beautiful country, beautiful beaches, beautiful landscapes. But if you were born poor, the thing is that chances are you will die poor.
Life here in the Philippines is, quite difficult sometimes. So most Filipinos learn how to improvise, to make their lives better.
Dati nagtitinda man ako ng daing, nagkaroon ako ng puhunan sa halo-halo, pero nalugi.
Here in this busy road, here in Quezon City, Manila Philippines, you can see a creek full of trash and eyesore surroundings.
In the slum area, you have to go through very small spaces that only your body can fit in, and there's mud, and it stinks because sometimes it's along the river banks, and the houses there are made out of wood or tarpaulins from the last elections or anything that they can patch so they can make a house. It's not really healthy for a child to live in, especially in those distressed area.
So leben die eben ganz dicht gedrängt da an diesen Flüssen. Sie haben kaum Zugang zu Gesundheitsdienstleistungen. Es gibt zwar öffentliche Krankenhäuser, die sind aber total überfüllt. Viele Kinder beenden auch gar nicht die weiterführende Schule, sondern müssen im Grunde schon in relativ jungem Alter zum Lebensunterhalt der Familie beitragen.
They are collecting garbages. They collect garbage now. For example, they're looking for metals, irons to sell it to the junk shops, and sometimes plastics, old newspapers. So to them, that's it. No more savings. The important thing is they feed themselves, they feed their families.
Seeing overcrowded, communities, overcrowded houses, people who are doing nothing, they're just standing, playing, drinking beer, drinking alcohol in broad daylight because there are no jobs for them.
This is just my opinion. Based on the interviews I've done years ago, selling illegal drugs is fast money. It's bigger money than they can earn if they work in a construction area or if they work as a maid for a Filipino family in Metro Manila. So it's fast money, it's big money, it's money that can fill in the stomachs of their family.
Dann gibt es Leute, die Drogen nehmen, weil ihr Leben so perspektivlos ist. Und dann gibt es natürlich auch diejenigen, die Drogen vertickern, weil das eine der Gelegenheiten ist, wie man ein bisschen Einkommen machen kann. Reich wird man dadurch nicht. Also die Armen sind nicht die großen Drogenbosse, sondern sind sozusagen nur Handlanger.
Well, drugs are everywhere in the Philippines, and they sell drugs there for very cheap price. So even those people in the slums, they can afford those drugs because they sell them for cheap.
Zum Beispiel die unglaublich anstrengenden Arbeitstage als Taxifahrer oder als Busfahrer durchhalten können, wenn sie Drogen nehmen. Also als Busfahrer habe ich häufig 18-Stunden-Schichten, als Taxifahrer 24 Stunden am Stück, dann schlafen sie ein bisschen und dann geht's weiter. Und das kann man im Grunde auch nur durchhalten, wenn man Drogen nimmt.
It's sad because, drugs kill our communities. Drugs destroy the future of our youth. And it's sad, really. Of course, if there is poverty, what's next? Crime. Or crimes with an S. Mostly the people who commit crime are the people who use drugs. So people are sick and tired of it. And they found new hope in President Duterte.
Gibt es sozusagen diese Vorstellung, da gibt es Drogenabhängige und dann gibt es Beschaffungskriminalität und irgendwie hängt das ja miteinander zusammen. Also so ein Unbehagen ist da. Die Frage ist, gelingt es jemand, das so zu wecken und so zu kanalisieren, dass Leute hinterher glauben, das Drogenproblem ist das größte Problem unserer Gesellschaft und wenn wir das gelöst haben, sind wir alle anderen Probleme los.
Because, Duterte knows that drugs is the #1 cause of crime here in the Philippines. Any crime, like, rape, robbery, it's because of drugs.
Die meisten Verbrechen passieren nicht und definitiv nicht vorwiegend aufgrund von Drogenabhängigkeit.
President Duterte keeps saying that he wants a drug-free Philippines. He said that he wants a clean Philippines. So that's his main goal, really.
My campaign against drugs will not stop until the last pusher and the last drug lord are...
Da hat er ja den unseligen Vergleich mit Hitler gezogen. Hat gesagt, er bewundere Hitler, weil Hitler die Millionen Staatsfeinde, die er gehabt hat, eben vernichtet habe. Und Deutschland hatte Hitler und die Philippinen haben mich, Rodrigo Duterte, und ich würde sie gerne alle 3 Millionen Drogenabhängige schlachten. Also er sagte, I would like to slaughter them all. Rodrigo Duterte ist es in diesem Krieg blutig ernst.
My brother is a photojournalist, and you know what? His hands are full. Every night, he needs to go to this place, to that place, to those places, to take photos of the victims of the extrajudicial killings.
I take pictures of lots of events, not just crime. Mostly my assignment is sports. But when Duterte arrived, the biggest coverage for us now is the graveyard shift. That is when the killings happens at night. Usually starts at 9 p.m. and ends at 6 a.m.
I get to talk to colleagues working at the graveyard shift. Sometimes they cover as many as 14 or 15 summer killings a night. And I think that is traumatic. You smell the stink, and if you cover that every day, sometimes that stink of dead body becomes familiar to you. seeing too much dead bodies will really, really leave a mark, not only in your eyes, will leave a mark on your soul.
And that's what makes me sad, because I'm seeing those families, crying, yeah. And sometimes they can't believe it happened.
My half-sister saw it just a few blocks from where she lives. She saw it personally, that there were 3 guys who gunned down this man without talks, without any reasons. Those 3 guys just gunned him down, and she saw it.
Das heißt, sobald ich jemandem das Label Drogenabhängiger verpasst habe, habe ich sofort eine Akzeptanz in der Bevölkerung, habe ich eine Akzeptanz bei der Polizei, dass dieser Mord schon okay war.
Those people who did it put signs on them. Those signs say that I'm a drug pusher, I'm a drug addict, do not be like me. Those words.
Und dann werden die auch am Straßenrand liegen gelassen. Das ist so schon normal geworden.
Majority of the Filipinos do support him. They support him. The fact that hundreds of thousands of people have died already because of the so-called extrajudicial killings.
They want a president with action, that when he says something, he will do it immediately.
Zum anderen muss man aber auch leider feststellen, dass die Menschenrechtsidee nicht so besonders verwurzelt ist in den Philippinen, weil ich davon ausgehe, dass es mit diesen Tötungen schon seine Richtigkeit hat, und dann ist eben ein Mensch, der einem gefährlich werden könnte, ein potenzieller Verbrecher wieder mehr von der Erdoberfläche verschwunden. Das kann man doch nur begrüßen.
A few blocks away from my house, it happened that there's a birthday party, and one of the attendees is actually a drug pusher. His companions are actually innocent. But when the assassin go to that place and looking for that drug pusher, they all got killed.
The thing going on in the Philippines is that, let's say, someone hates me or someone envies me. He can go to the barangay, he can go to the police station and tell those police that, hey, this guy is a drug addict. So now the police will knock on my door. I am poor, I have no voice, I have no money. I'm an easy prey, I'm an easy target. So many of those victims of the so-called extrajudicial killings are innocent.
Der Präsident hat dazu schlicht und einfach ja auch gesagt, ja, das täte ihm leid, aber man befinde sich im Krieg, und jeder Krieg hat eben auch seine Kollateralschäden.
So, where do they go? Where do the police go? Where do the vigilantes go? To the slums, to the poor communities, because they are easy targets. So that's where they go. So it's frightening, really, especially if you are poor, because no one from the top values your life.
Ganz klar ist aber, egal wie der Weg geht, es gibt überhaupt gar keine Notwendigkeit, Veränderung so blutig durchzuführen, wie das im Moment passiert. Und wie ich schon gesagt habe, es führt ja auch zu nichts. Also weltweit haben Erfahrungen in diesem Krieg gegen Drogen gezeigt, dass die harte Hand keine Art und Weise ist, wie man das Drogenproblem lösen kann.
Ask the people, are the lives of the people have been changed under the administration of President Duterte? The answer is no. Nothing has changed. Poor are still poor. Poor are still dying as poor. Nothing has changed, really.
So the children in the slum area will have the chance in life if these are some perceptions, in my opinion, if the parents get better livelihood, a decent job, and if these children can go to school and get a good education and be better than their parents,